Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Before starting my video, if you didn't subscribe my channel yet, please do, and do not forget to turn on notifications because I'm here every week for you. Alright, in this video we will continue with authenticated controller, and this controller let's have a look quickly, user edit and logout action methods. Let's start with the logout. It is going to be simple and easy, and we can quickly get rid of this section quickly. All right, let's go our user service. This is going to be a new method, so I'm going to add automatically void sign out method. Perfect. Let's go back our user service. Let's implement our new interface. Here we go. All we need to do is call our context accessor and HTTP context and use sign out async method. I'm going to give a shim. Let's have a look at our overloads. As you can see, we can give a shim what we used while we're creating our authentication. Cookie authentication defaults, authentication shim, and this is an async method. Alright, that's why we're going to use wait at the end of this method. If we were using async task with a wait keyword, then we can use as it is. But I didn't teach you what's the meaning of async and await keywords, what they are for, why we are using asynchronous methods. That's why we're going to go the normal way, which synchronized methods. Alright, perfect. This sign out method has been completed. All we need to do is call this method in our authenticated controller. To do that, let's bring our user service in our controller. Private read only I user service. Let's create our constructor. Perfect. And user service dot sign out. Perfect. All we need to do is redirect our people, the user, the login page. Login, which is our action name, and authenticate, which is our controller. Perfect. Logout section has been completed. Let's try and have a look if it's going to work or not. Oh, we forgot the add button, right? Let's get back our layout page. We've shared layout CSHTML. Okay. We have a logout button. We have a logout button. Let's see. We already created. Yeah, authenticated and logout. We already created. Okay. I forgot what I did before. Okay, let's have a look quickly. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Alright, it's on the way. Alright, let's log in. We're logged in. Perfect. We have a logout button here. Let's have a look. They are working. Let's click logout. Here we go. We are logged out. Let's have a look. We are returning login page because we didn't log in yet. Okay, let's make a double check from our application. Alright, we have another cookie which is not belong to this application. We can delete it. It's nothing. Okay, let's log in again. Byteverse has been created. This is our cookie. Let's log out. Byteverse is gone. our cookie is gone. Perfect. This is how we are using logout method in our web applications. Let's close it now. Save everything. Close all tabs. Yep. Minimize everything. Now let's continue with user edit method. Controller, authentication controller. Okay. Let's make the preparation for you edit user. So we need a HTTP get and HTTP post. Okay, let's copy these two. The first one is must be the HTTP get. All done. So we need a user ID, right? Let's say integer ID we are expecting, and we're going to get user, get by ID. Let's have a look. Get item by ID var user, and I'm going to send this user to my view. All right, let's continue with HTTP post section. We're going to send an update user view model. Is that the one? User or user update? User update view model. Yeah, here we go. And we have a request. All right. Now we're going to create our own overrided update item method. Comes from generic repository, but we can use get item by ID. It is going to be all right. Perfect. Let's get back our services because I need to overwrite the update item method because we going to add a lots of logic. Let's go user service, collapse everything. Let's overwrite here update item. Perfect. All right, first of all we're going to check do we have the user. Okay, var user repository get all where the email, because we are using email, equal comes from request email. All right, why don't we have email? Because we didn't fill the user update view model yet. Let's go back our user update. What kind of information do we require to update? Let me have a look our entity. All right, where is my models? Entity user. Okay, we can update email, full name and password. Okay, let's copy two of them. Email and full name, and prop string. Let's say new password. We might need to change our password, and we need a confirmation for new password, and to verify this is the correct person the second time I'm going to ask existing password. All right, just say password. Anything else should I need to know? Let's have a look. I think that's all. That will be good. Okay, let's get back our user service now. Yeah, the email in our database must be the equal comes from user update remodel request. Is that correct? Yeah, perfect. If user is null, we can create an exception here. We will do, but not now. We're going to do it later. Or let's think. Should we? Okay, I'm going to create a basic exception here. Or let's have a look our exception. What kind of exception we have? Client-side exceptions. All right. Let me think a little bit. This is client-side exceptions. Let's have a look our exceptions. Controller, exception controller. Okay. If we catch status code 401, exception message. All right. Let's say user not found exception and password not match exception. All right. I'm going to use client-side exception. You can create your own more specified exception um for your user service, but now I'm going to use throw new client-side exception. Exception. Yeah. Let's add error message. User or password, or let's say email or password error. I'm saying email or password because I don't want the person who type wrong information, I don't want them to know this is email or password error, to much more secure. Okay, let's continue. If we have user in our hands, now we're going to check the password. Var verify password, new password hasher for user. All right, let's verify the hashed password. It is asking us a user. We already found our user, and the hashed password comes from user dot. Where is our user? Okay, this is iQueryable. We need to type first or default. This is my fault. I forget to add this. Perfect. Now we're able to reach password hash. Then provided password comes from request dot password. Perfect. Now we will verify our password. If verify password is failed, we're going to return another exception. So why we have this here? What is this? What is this error message? Okay, let's add one more. Perfect. All right. If we have a failed password verification, we're going to return same error message. Perfect. If we passed all of them, now we have, let me think. Now we can change our updates, but we need to use mapper in this section. Okay. Var mapped users. We're going to use update mapper map. This source is user update view model, user update view model. The target is the destination is user, and the resource is request. Now we're going to have a problem with this mapping. Let's see the problem first, and then I will show you how we're going to update our mapping class. All right. If everything is done, okay, let's update our data. The repository dot update item mapped user. Let me think for a while if everything is correct. Oh, we forget to add our new password change possibility. Okay, now let's have a look if request dot new password, if it's null, so we can, we can update our data repository dot update item map user, and we can return, right? If it's not null, now we're going to check is that applicable for a new password. Okay, let's have a look if request the new password equal to request dot new password confirm. Actually, let's make it not equal, and we can return an exception here as well. New password, new password, and new password confirm must be equal. Okay, if we pass this section, if they are equal, all right, what is that thing? Okay, if they are equal, then we're going to make a password hasher for new password, var new password hash. Let's call our hash maker. The return value is string, and it is asking user and password. Hash maker, the user is user, the password is request new password. All right, then map user dot password hash must be the new password hash, so it is updated. Then we can update our user. Now, perfect. Let's save it and let's have a look if it's everything correct. Seems all good right now. Okay, let's get back our controller. Command side exception, user not you, model. Okay, let's get back our controller. Authenticated controller. Here we go. Perfect. Let's call user service, update item, and request. But this is general. Okay, we forget to change our interface. All we need to do is new void update item user update vmodel. It must be, I guess, must be okay. Let's have a look. User service seems all good. Let's see if everything okay. Yeah, update item comes from our user service. Perfect. And return view, is that okay? I'm just thinking if it's everything okay. We're going to return view again. Okay, let's try and see what's gonna happen, and we can change return value. Let's run the application. I'm waiting to be built. It's almost done. Oh, we forget to create our CSS HTML file. Sorry guys, let's right click on edit user, add view, raster view. These days I'm a little bit lost my focus. I'm moving a new place, as I mentioned before, And oh, it's really frustrating to moving a new place. So I can barely create my video, and sometimes I'm losing my focus. Sorry about that. Okay, the model is user update vModel. Let's have a look. Is that correct? User update vModel. Thank you, Visual Studio. Let's close it and open again. Yeah, here we go. Alright, user update vModel has been loaded right now. All we need to do is add our form. I am going to bring from register section. Let's copy and paste this form. Alright, the action name is edit user. Method is post. We have email, we have full name, we have password. Enter your existing password here. And we have a new password. Enter new password here. New password confirm. Confirm your new password. Alright. And update. Let's add our ID as an hidden input. Type is going to be hidden. And ASP4, the value must be the ID. But I guess we forgot to add ID property. Let's get back our model. Where's my vModel? User update. Prop integer ID. Perfect. Let's save it and close it. Let's continue with ID. Yep. Let's close it. Anything else hidden is before ID. Alright. Let me think. Is there any mistake around here? Okay, we need to go back and see the edit user button in our layout page. If there is any problem, shared layout. Alright. This is edit user button. We gave the controller, we gave the action, but yeah, we didn't give the ID. Normally, if it's a separate page, we can add our model, but this is a layout page, so I'm not gonna add any model here. I'm going to use authenticate property. This is why we are in this if block. So let's use user. We have a property here which is called user. Yep, you can reach the information comes from your cookie. Alright, we're going to get claims. Alright. Let's find oops, sorry. If you remember, while we're creating our claims, we create a name identifier which contains the ID of the item, right? So we're going to catch this name identifier claim in this section, and we're going to send as a user ID. All right. Let's find the all right, let's have a look. Value type. Value is it going to be the type? Uh, let's try to use value type first. let's say contains identifier, which is name identifier basically. Alright, and I'm going to get the value of this. Alright, what is the problem here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we get the identifier. What if I use the brackets here? No. The user claims where value type contains identifier. Is that just type? Okay, let's have a look. Is there any value? No. Sorry, this is where. So we're going to get first or default. Sorry, this is my fault. Let's get back value type and first or default of the value. Probably we're going to get the result. Let's try. It must be the value type if I remember correctly. Anything else should I know? Okay, let's put a breakpoint here if we get the ID. Let's run the application and let's see the results. I'm waiting my application to be built. Oops, we have a problem. What is that? What is this problem? If it's authenticated. Let's continue. Let's continue. Let's see. Null reference accepted. This is interesting. Alright. Let's have a look. Our application. Do we have any cookie? We have a cookie here. Let's delete it. And let's delete it and run the application first. Maybe it's using the existing cookie. Let's run the application one more time. Alright. Let's try to log in. Once we're logged in, we have a problem here. Alright, okay. So if user identity is authenticated, let's stop it. Let's stop it. So I guess we have a problem here. Let's delete this section. I'm just trying to figure out where the problem is. Let's cut this section and run the app one more time. Let's wait. Alright, this is we already yeah. The section of the user we have a problem. Let's go back here and try to solve the problem. Alright, let's try to have a look what we have in our hands. First of all, probably we can't receive our value type. I'm gonna change with the type instead of value type, and let's try one more time. By the way, we already have our cookie. We're going to get directly error message if we have a problem. Okay, we have a problem again. Now I'm going to change the identifier with the small I. I don't remember it is small or lower or capital. Let's try one more time. Alright, I'm waiting. Alright, it's working. So we get something in our hands. Do we have any breakpoint? Yeah. Let's click edit user. Here we go. Yeah, we received the ID. Perfect. This is how we are going to receive the ID who is authenticated, guys. Okay, let's continue. Alright, perfect. This is the information comes from our database to relate it to authenticated user info at blah blah, and this is the name. So all we need to do is changing password. Let's try to change password. Your existing password, which is test. The new password is, let's use test. Let's confirm it with test. Let's update it. The return is weave again, so I don't want it, by the way. Let's try to log out and try to log in with the test, and we will see. Okay, perfect, it's changed. So I'm going to use test. We are in. Perfect, it is working. Let's go back, edit user. Stop this breakpoint. Perfect. Let's try to add a wrong information. Okay. Enter existing password. This is test normally, but I'm using the wrong one. Let's change the name. Let's update it. All right. We throw an exception right now. Let's continue. Email or password error with 401 error message. As I told you before, you can create your own specific error messages and exceptions in your exception site. Okay, let's log out and change something much more meaningful. Let's go back our authenticated controller. Okay, I don't want to return view again. I want to return to dashboard, redirect to action index of dashboard. Perfect. Once we update our data, we're going to be redirect to our dashboard controller index action method. All right. Should I create our exceptions? Let's create a new exception here. All right. Let's say user exceptions or user service exceptions. All right. We're going to inherit from exception. Let's create our constructors. Perfect. Now I'm going to throw this exception in our services. Let's change it to user service exceptions. All right. Anything else? It seems all good. Let's get back our exception controller. So we have another if. Okay. Now I'm gonna make a little bit changes here. I'm going to get rid of this else. All right. So I'm going to add multiple if the exception is user service exceptions. Let's copy this section here. I want my application return a new error message, the status code. Should I need a status code? Let me think. This is a user error, right? Let's say this is a password, and where is my service? Yeah, this is password. An email error comes from user. All right, let's say 400 error. Okay, let's use 400 error. It doesn't matter. You can change whenever you want, whatever you want. I'm gonna send exception message as well. Okay, perfect. Let's save it. Run the application one more time. All right. Let's log in. It must be the test, right? The new password. Perfect. Let's go to use edit user. Let's now use a wrong, actually let's use a correct password, but use a different password and confirm. Let's click update. We have an exception. Let's continue. New password and new password confirm must be equal. Alright, perfect. Let's get back our edit user and try one more time. Alright guys, we can log out now. Okay, let's save everything. Close all tabs, minimize everything. I'm just gonna make a quick look to our create service. Did we add any exception on create item site? Okay, we have an exception here. Let's add it quickly. Throw user service exception. All right. Email or password error. Is that? No, this is, it must be the password and password confirm must be equal error message. Normally, we are going to add a validation, model validation, but just in case I'm adding this password checks, if something happened to our model state, the service side password check will be initialized. Okay, let's save everything now. Collapse all definitions. Perfect. Let's save everything, minimize everything. Let's continue test our user edit method. I'm expecting to receive an error. So we tested the changing password. We tested our um, adding new password. So in these circumstances, we don't have a problem. But what if we don't want to change our password? Let's change our just full name. Let's say Michael Jackson. The password is test. Let's update it. Here we go. We have a problem here. So what is the problem? We have entity framework core db update exception. Let's have a look our exception. The exception says cannot insert the value null to intercolumn password hash. So what happened to our password hash column? Why we trying to add null information? It's ridiculous, right? Let's stop the application. All right. Let's put a breakpoint to our user update remodel. Actually, the problem is our mapping section. I'm gonna put directly to a breakpoint here. Let's run the application one more time. Now I will show you what the problem is. Edit users. Let's change to Michael Jackson again. Let's update it. Let's finalize the mapping. Let's have a look our mapped user. As you can see, password hash is null. Our user has a password hash here, but map user don't have password hash. The problem is our mapping is creating a new user. Let's get back our, let's stop the application first. Let's get back our mapping app first. All right. While we're mapping, we are creating a destination item. In these circumstances, we are creating a user, and the user has no any item, so we are trying to mapping the item step by step comes from our request to the destination. But our request doesn't have any password hash. Our request only have our password. So what's gonna happen now? I'm going to make a little update in my mapping area. For this user edit, user update methods, I'm going to create a new overload for this mapping section. Okay, let's copy all of them. Perfect. So I'm going to add a new parameter, which is destination, and let's say existing object. All right, or let's say outcome. Is much more easy to understand. Perfect. So why do we need this destination outcome? If we use this type of mapping section, I'm going to use outcome in my mapping object. All right. So I'm going to add one more parameter, which is object outcome. But this object outcome can be nullable. Why can be nullable? Because my first overload has no outcome object. My second one has one. So I'm going to add null here. So we didn't change anything for first overload, but the second one has an object comes from our parameters. Oops, sorry. Outcome. Let's copy this outcome and send it here as a parameter. Perfect. So we send outcome as a destination. All we need to do is let me have a look. Did we have a okay, we need to fix here as well. Outcome, and it must be the null as well. Let's make it null. Perfect. Anything else should I change? It seems everything is all right. Let's fix the map object method. So we have a nullable outcome, right? So let's check first if outcome is null. If it's null, everything will be same. What I'm doing? Okay, everything will be same. Let's cut this section. With this bracket as well. Okay. If the outcome is null, we're going to use this map object comes with the null. Okay, let's switch it to the null. Perfect. But if it's not null, this is the else. If it's not null, let's copy. I'm not gonna create a destination. I'm going to use outcome as a destination. Yeah. Now the map object, the outcome will be the destination. Perfect. Anything else should I change? Let me have a look. So what is the problem here? Yeah, perfect. Anything else? The return is destination. We don't have any destination. Okay, destination is object, right? Let's create, or let's get this destination in this else and in this if. All right, it seems everything is okay now. Let's save everything and run the application one more time. Oh, we didn't change the mapping in our service. Let's stop it quickly. Okay, let's go our user service. Perfect. Now I'm going to change my mapping. Alright, I couldn't see because I didn't add this overload to our interface. Let's get back to interface. Perfect. Let's get back to our user service. Yep, we have two overload right now. So I'm going to use the second one. Alright, the source is user update vModel. The destination is going to be user. And the second overload, it is asking us a request, which comes from request. Yeah, the outcome is our user. Perfect. Basically, this mapping is going to get the user update vModel and do the map to the user. But to do that, we're not going to create a new empty user class. We're going to use existing one, what we have, to keep our password hash. Alright, so it is telling us you can delete this section if you want. If you're able to see, this is a little bit transparent. You can delete it as well. You can use this method like this. Okay, let's save it. And is there anything should I change? Okay, let's try to use application. Let's edit user. Michael Jackson. Let's use test. Let's update it. As you can see, our map user now has the password hash. Alright, I'm not gonna change the information. All I need to show you how can we do the password change. Okay, let's try to continue and see the results. This is the Michael Jackson. Perfect. It's working. Alright, let's try to use other update methods because I want to make sure our mapping is working. We didn't touch anything. Let's change the product, for example, edit. Okay, what is the problem here? Source entity is wrong. Please check your filter parameters. Alright, what is the problem with here? The source entity is wrong. Okay, let's get back our products again. Let's edit the controller name, product. The source entity name is category. Do we have some problem? Let's have a look our controller. Where's my controller? Did we forget to fix the filter names? Yeah, this is product, but we added category. I guess I fixed this. Let's fix this guys. Perfect. It's the product. The product update. It must be the product. This is the product, right? This is the product. Product update, product update. Okay, let's check the category as well. Category. Okay, it must be work now. Alright. Let's get back our categories. Products. Let's try to edit it. Yeah. Product name is, let's say, brick, or let's say cement. Let's update it. It is working, as you can see. There is no problem. Let's add some height and or weight and change something else. Category Yeah, category is this one. Height is 25, weight is 31. Let's update it. We have the same problem, but we have quantity and price problem. Now we get this problem with height and weight. I'm going to try one more time. Try to add some color. Let's say make it green. Yeah, it is working. This I understand what the problem is. If you remember, while we adding our validation, we made some of them is nullable, but we forget to change. We fixed this quantity for price with emergency video, if you remember, but I guess we forgot to make it for our product feature. Let's close the application and let's fix this bug quickly. Where is my entities? This is my models, vModels, product feature vModel. Let's have a look the update. All of them is nullable, so the entity must be the null as well. Where is my product feature? Okay, we add for color. I was remember, but we forgot to add for double and height and white. Let's add for them as well. Let's run the application one more time. I'm just waiting. Product. Let's edit. Add random numbers. It's not working again. Probably we're going to update our migration. Let's close the app. Okay. Let's make a quick update. Okay, tutorial basic. Let's say add migration update nullables. Let's edit. Okay, so we have changes, and these are must be the nullable. Where is the nullable? The old nullable is true. The nullable is true. Yeah, the nullable is false and nullable is true right now. Okay, let's update database. Okay, let's run the application one more time and try if it's going to work or not. Product. Let's edit. Oh, it's already done actually. So why we couldn't get the listing method? And here, let's try to change for those. Let's update it. We have problem here as well. Okay, let's fix this quickly. Let's save all, close all tabs. Probably we have problem with the listing view model. We having this problem because of we add nullable section and we forget to add all of them to our view models and entities. This is product view model, so we have nullable. This is product, sorry, product feature. We have nullable here. We have nullable in create, and we don't have listing method. That's why we couldn't receive them. Okay, let's run the application now. Now it will be okay, I assume. Products. Here we go. We have the result. Perfect. It is working. Okay, let's try everything one more time. Let's edit electronics to households. Update it. It is working. Let's edit it to the electronics. Let's update it. It's working. Let's add new category. It is working. Let's delete it. Perfect. Let's get back to products. Let's edit these products. Let's add some height, weight, and color. The price, let's make it 13. The category makes electronics. Quantity, let's make it 5. The product name is brick. Change everything and let's update it. This is working. It seems everything okay. Now I'm going to delete this one. Yep, it's working. Let's create new product. Let's make it pillow. Quantity is 15. Household price is 33. Height is 55. Yeah, color is pink. Or let's leave the weight nullable. Perfect. It is working smoothly and edit user is working as well. Let's change what was my password. Let's add new password. Okay. Update. Let's stop breakpoint. Perfect. Let's log out and log in. We have a problem. Yep, perfect. Let's now log in. Here we go. Edit user. Existing password is test. Let's change Michael Jackson to Michael. Let's update it. Perfect. It is working. Okay, alright guys, we fixed the bugs as well in this lesson. Hopefully we catch them and everything is up to date and working right now. Let's save everything and close all tabs, minimize everything. Hopefully you understand what we have done in this lesson. If you have any question, please do not hesitate, drop comments below the video. I know you might be confused a little bit this mapping situation. That's I create this manual mapping section. That's because I once to create when it comes to create intermediate level project, we're going to use third-party library which is called AutoMapper, and it is going to make our life much more easier. Okay, take care of yourself, see you on next lesson. Bye bye.